Hello guys, welcome to lesson 2 of the Introduction to Ancient Greek. Today we'll be talking about nouns, cases, and the article. Just like English, nouns in ancient Greek are either a person, place, or thing. However, unlike English, which uses word order, we use cases to know the function of the noun. These cases are indicated by noun endings, which we will get into later. But here are the 4 main cases in ancient Greek. There technically is a 5th, however, we will only be focusing on these 4. First, we have the nominative. The nominative is like the subject in English, which is just the noun that is doing the verb. In this example, the child likes water. The child is the one doing the verb, which is liking. Therefore, the child is nominative. Also, the ancient Greek translations are under the English sentence just for reference. You are not expected to be able to translate them by any means. Next, we have the genitive, which indicates possession. These nouns are typically translated with of, and in this phrase, the house of the man. The house is nominative, however, because the man is the one possessing the house, the man is genitive in this phrase. Then comes the dative, which is the indirect object or the recipient. They are typically translated with a to or a for. In this sentence, the friend gives money to the gods. The money is being given to the gods, meaning that the gods is dative. Lastly, we have the accusative, which is the direct object. The accusative is the noun that is being verbed. In this sentence, I love the woman. The woman is being loved, meaning she is the direct object, meaning she is the accusative. So now we're going to try some practice sentences. So try and tell me where the nominative and the accusative are in this sentence. So yes, because the woman is the noun that is doing the verb, it is the nominative and the subject, and the latter is the accusative and the direct object, as it is the noun that is being done by the verb. It is the thing that is being loved. Now try to find the nominative, the accusative, and the genitive in this English sentence. So the cat is the subject, meaning it's the nominative, meaning it is the thing doing the verb. The house is accusative because it is the thing that is being done by the verb, it is the thing that is being loved. And the man, which possesses the house, is the genitive. And this is our last one. So try to tell me what the nominative, the accusative, and the dative are in this English sentence. So the sun is nominative as it is the subject, the thing giving. The drawing is accusative as it is the direct object, the thing that is being given. And the drawing is being given to the father, who is the recipient, meaning it is the dative. Now let's get into the nouns. Ancient Greek nouns have assigned genders and assigned declensions. These two things help us indicate what ending pattern any given noun will follow. The endings of nouns tell us their case, which tells us their function within the sentence. Today we'll be talking about the first and second declension nouns. This is a variation of a first declension noun. As you can see, I have highlighted the endings from you, so this basically just means if you put those endings on any regular first declension noun, you can decline it yourself. Most first declension nouns are feminine, and there's a slightly different variation of a regular first declension noun than this one, which I will show you next, but pay attention to the fact that there are all alphas in the singular. This is a second variation of a regular first declension noun. Note that the difference is, although they are very similar, the difference is in the singular, the alphas are replaced with etas, however they stay consistent in the plural. So definitely memorize these two endings because they'll be very useful, and you can kind of put them on any first declension noun. Here is a regular second declension noun. Most second declension nouns are masculine or neuter. This one in particular is masculine. These are very important endings. I've highlighted them for you, and once again, typically you can just stick these endings on any masculine second declension noun and you'll be able to decline it yourself. Here is another second declension noun, however this one is neuter. As you can tell, they are pretty much the same besides from the nominative singular and the nominative plural. They're honestly easy to remember because the nominative and the accusative are always the same in the neuter. Before we try some practice problems, And now that we understand the case system and the endings, we can talk about the article. The article is the definite article in Greek. So the article modifies a noun and shares the same gender, number, and case as the noun that it modifies. The article is typically used as a direct translation of the or an indication of possession. So his mom or his cat or her crown. These are the masculine articles. As you can see, there's a different article form for every number and case. So let's say an article was modifying a genitive masculine singular noun. You would use the to article, the genitive singular article. These are really important to memorize, as not only do they really help you in reading Greek sentences, but they also help you with noun endings in general, as they are very similar. These are the feminine articles. As you can see, they are very similar to the noun endings. These are the neuter articles. As you can tell, they are pretty much the exact same as the masculine, except for the nominative, singular, and plural. So the English version of the article is just the word the. And as you can see, in English, it does not change. However, in Greek, it does, as it changes based on the noun that it's governing. So it has to match in gender and case and number. This is the same thing, it's just a masculine noun, and you can see that it does not change in English. However, it does change in the Greek based off of the noun that it's governing. Here is just an example in a way that the article would be used. Tois theois, which means to the gods. The article is the translation of the, and it is modifying theos, which is dative and plural, so the article must be masculine, dative, and plural. Now let's do some exercises. As you can see, the English sentence is below, and this is going to test your knowledge of finding what case the noun is and then plugging in the corresponding articles. So remember, articles have to match the noun in gender and case. So try to identify this one. So yes, the noun is nominative. The adelphos is nominative. You could have figured that out by looking at the English sentence or by looking at the endings and then plugging in the corresponding article. Okay, let's try this one. What article would be plugged in this sentence? So yes, because theoi is nominative plural, which you could have gotten from the ending or from the English sentence, you would know that oi is the corresponding article, nominative plural, masculine. Same thing, try to plug in the corresponding article. So yes, the noun is accusative and masculine, so the corresponding article would be tone. This one's a little harder because there are two nouns, so try to identify them, figure out their case, and plug in the corresponding articles. Remember, the ending of the noun itself can really help you with these exercises. So yes, these are the corresponding articles, and as you can tell, the articles have the exact same endings as the noun they govern, so that will help you a lot. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, these lessons are intended to make Greek and Latin more accessible for those who cannot access it, and stay tuned for the next lesson as it is on verbs.